Greetings Marines, FiOth here, and in this video we will be talking about the modding process of the pulse rifle's little brother, the burst rifle. The burst rifle is an interesting gun. Not many guns in this game use this type of fire, that is 3 or 4 bullet bursts, and even fewer assault rifles do so. We're looking at the Grupa and this one in this sub-genre, so we're gonna take a look at it and see how we can make it the best gun it can possibly be. So there it is, the M41A3 burst rifle. It is considered a DMR. I don't really think it should, but who am I to talk? We're looking at a base accuracy of 85 and stability of 90 with a damage number of 122, reload time of 2, magazine ammo of 480, stamina chance of 10, fire rate of 2.6, magazine capacity of 60, weak point damage of 250 and handling bonus of null. What's really nice about this one is that since it's considered the DMR, its weak point damage is 50% larger than the assault rifles, at least most of them. When it comes to perks, it's 5% fire rate at 1, 2 and 3 give us 5% accuracy, and the last one gives us 1% stability and fire rate on hit for 3 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. That will give us 5 stability, 5 fire rate. The damage fall off is pretty sweet, so let's see how we can make it better. We are already looking at a gun that has good weak point damage and very good stability, so those are not things that will have to be addressed in order to get them up to par. We can capitalize on what's strong, and when it comes to stability, since the numbers are so weird in this game, we will not be paying too much attention to it. So, boosted flash hider is effective range plus 40% weak point damage for 5 seconds on kill. High velocity break is fire rate, handling plus stumble chance on hit. Muzzle break is stability and range. Weak point damage and handling by vent break. Precision break is weak point damage and effective range, and parting compensator is fire rate and stability. For me, it's hands down precision break. We want the extra weak point damage. We will benefit somewhat from the effective range. You can see the damage fall off on your screen. It's changing a bit as I'm swapping this on and off, but the weak point damage is really sweet on this one, and to be honest, the best thing we can use. Now for the mags. This gun has a magazine of 60 like the pulse rifle and pretty decent max ammo reserves. We do not want to increase the fire rate too much because the gun will become unwieldy. I'm gonna show you what I mean right now. I'm gonna be shooting here. I'm shooting at max fire rate and you can see that the reticle is blooming but not too much. If we go with a configuration that gives us the best possible fire rate, I'm gonna run this configuration here, and I start shooting non-stop. You can see that the reticle struggles somewhat, and what's even worse is that the gun will be jumping a lot in your hands, and you really want to use this to be precise. So we're gonna find the middle ground here, make it as precise as possible and as damaging as possible in the process. We're taking this off. Alloy is reload speed and magazine capacity. Casket is fire rate and max ammo. Drum is magazine capacity, max ammo, and faster reloads on an empty clip. Weight magazine is magazine capacity, handling, and plus stability and range per shot, stacking 5 times up to 15%. Smart is fire rate, stability, handling, and aim assist. And quick draw is reload, stability, and handling. For me, the best possible choice here is smart rounds, and that's because the fire rate we're getting is a tad, and we also get a bit of stability that's not even noticeable. The handling, though, it's gonna be good for our ADS, and the aim assist is very helpful on this thing. To be totally clear about the specific weapon, it's not a make or break issue what you use here. You might want a faster reload or a bigger mag. You can go with pretty much anything and it will work just fine because the gun's base stats are so solid. The thing is, I try to make these things as snappy as possible, and smart rounds work with both the handling and the aim assist, so I'm gonna pick that. For your large optics now, we do not want something that will turn these guns, well, sights into a scope. So we cannot use illuminated, we cannot use combat relay, we cannot use telescopic, and we cannot use radar enhanced optics. For me, you lose too much of your awareness, and the maps are not large enough to warrant. There are 2 or 3 maps that have sights as long as it would be viable for usage of these scopes, but this is pretty much an assault rifle with a burst mode, although it's considered the DMR. I wouldn't suggest losing so much peripheral vision just for a larger zoom. Maybe if you're playing on previous gen and you have a smaller resolution, but still no, the game has pretty clear graphics. You can make out the enemy. For me, the best choice here is digital, because it gives us weak point damage, it gives us more handling, it gives us zoom magnification, so we'll make up for the lack of a scope, and accuracy, which means that we will be even more focused when it comes to our bursts. Let's take a look at how it works in practice. If I fire it full auto right here, you can see that with a little bit of recoil compensation, the gun stays very solid. If you want to hit heads, you have to take it a bit slower, and up there again at full fire with a bit of compensation, it stays pretty stationary and will serve you well. A very interesting gun, a very unique gun. Unlike the Grupa, this is actually usable. You know, I didn't like the Grupa too much when I tried to mod it. And the damage is pretty decent. The ammo reserves are pretty decent, and it will work well if you can couple it with a few perks on your build, although I do not suggest it, except if you're playing Doc, because the stims are so bad, you can just substitute for a few assault rifle perks. This will be a fine gun to use. If it drops for you, give it a spin, and I assure you, you will like it quite a bit. Also wanted to inform you guys, in case you're new here, we have a Discord. You can find the link in the description below. You can join. People tend to find other people to play with when they communicate, and that's what I'm going for. Communication, a strong community, and everyone will be enjoying the game that much more. It's been FiOth. Share, like, and share for more. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers!